in this a different way then. Why not? What has stopped you then from adopting more of a Catholic, again, like the Catholic mannerisms? Like, what stopped you from being more like not like, oh, go to church, but like,
Yeah.
hey, church is
Yeah.
important. Like, why? What's kept you, if you will, undercover to some extent?
It's a decent word. Maybe it is accurate to use that term, undercover. Um, I think it's a decent way to evangelize.
Mm-hmm.
I think not evangelizing can help you evangelize. And
By coming across from a more relatable.
yeah, and it's stuff like that that we don't hear. And then I gotta think that I'm not a genius. Like, I'm creating some good ways of thinking about it.
Yeah, but not everyone can
That
be.
sounded arrogant, and I didn't mean it. I really didn't mean it. But
It was for the joke.
yeah,
That one was for a joke.
yeah, 100%,
Yeah, 100%. I get it,
70%.
but but not
Sorry.
everyone can be undercover. That's the thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's.
Does it take skill? I don't know. Talent? I don't know.
I
Or
think it's
just
like
a certain personality?
I think though that's the thing. Like, the funny thing that you're talking about is like, I relate to it a lot because I find that, like, I agree with like that stance, right? It
Mm.
is better to come from a very relatable position.
Well, your brand is
Yeah, no, yeah,
partly about
exactly.
that, too.
A little bit. It's very much about focusing on less about just like how important it is to be Catholic and more about just being a good human being, which is in line though with the literally the core values of
Mhm.
my faith. That's
Mhm.
why it bleeds into the brand, right? Um, because I think that's in the end, right? At least for me, essentially the most important thing to practice. If anything, you get out of being in your faith, it's not about being like, oh, well, I had a perfect attendance record at church. It's
Yeah.
I learned how to be humble and understanding and a good person to the people around me.
Okay, check this out now. Now you can push
But
back.
you need to go to church though. Yeah, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Okay, you could push back on this.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'm wrong.
No, please. Let's go. Let's hash it
Okay.
out.
You said that's where did you say you learned to be humble or that's where you became humble or you learned to be humble?
Yeah, like I learned to be humble and understanding, and yeah.
Okay, but check this out. When someone says they're humble, is that an arrogant statement?
Well,
They want the other person to know.
I don't think I'm saying it though, as in like I'm being like, hey guys, I'm humble.
Okay.
I'm saying at the end,
Yeah.
if you're at the gates of heaven,
Mm.
just saying to yourself like, I learned, like I.
Okay, but that's better to
You're not telling
learning.
you're not telling other people, hey, I'm humble or I learned to be humble, but just a self recognition of I learned to humble myself. I don't think it's bad to
No, to say
know.
I try to make a point to never say it.
I don't say it.
You just said it.
I said it in the context of what I'm trying to explain. I literally said it in the context of what I'm saying. I'm not.
But this is where this is where we talked about before the crazy meets crazy. If crazies can be compatible, the craziness of each person.
Yeah, your crazy just whiffed on what I said completely.
It did. But in my defense, your crazy allows me to do that to you, to call you out.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
That's
you're
totally
cool with
fine.
it.
Yeah, because even then, in the context of what I'm saying, I wasn't even speaking myself specifically. I was giving the example of, I think, though, it's more important to be able to say at the end of your life, whoever that may be, I learned through my faith to be a better person.
Oh, yeah.
Via either learning to be humble, learning to be understanding. Right? That's what I'm saying. But I'm not saying go out there and tell the world you're being humble. Like,
okay.
That doesn't really make sense.
Right. But would you agree? A lot of people don't realize that and not just, I'm picking on you now, which is not totally fair, but anybody who goes and they're like, you know what? Before I became whatever,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's not a Christian faith, let's say whatever other faith.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go, before I became this type of person, or before I became religious, or before I became a believer, I was prideful. And now, check out how cringy you might feel this is.
Yeah.
And then they go, and now I'm humble. what? You're what? Like, no.
But that's
no.
you're never gonna say that. That's what I'm saying. It's
No.
It's a
you're
self.
right. No,
Yeah.
but some people do.
Say that?
Yeah. You've never heard that?
Not. I don't think so.
And then, but if you ever do, if you're
Mhm.
cool with them, you got to call it out. You got to be like, are you bragging about how humble you are?
But it depends.
The
though.
irony there.
No,
is
it
like,
depends though. What if they? That's what I feel like that's a little bit.
we can never say we're humble.
But
though. We're not. Nobody is. And if they are, they won't say it.
Okay, so hold on. If someone said to you that, my faith, like I'm gonna say a statement. Tell me if it sounds fine.
Okay.
If they say, after coming into my faith, it has taught me so much about how to be humble.
No.
Why is wrong?
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's not bad. That's pretty good.
Taught me how to be. Taught me how to be.
Taught me how to be humble.
It sounds.
It's teaching me. It's like it's humbling. It's like they're even
Okay.
being humble and saying it taught me. Like I needed to learn. Like that's not. I think.
okay,
that's,
no. Humbling
Mm-hmm.
is it implies that it's an ongoing thing, which I'm cool with. But if they say
It's humbling me. Like if they said it's humbling me.
that, yeah, to me I'm
That's
cool with
fine.
that. Yeah. If they say it taught me to be humble, full stop, it sounds like what I hear is it taught me how to be this really cool entity that you're looking at right now. It taught me to be humble and look at me like I did it. We did it, baby. I did it. No, you didn't. Nobody did anything. Nobody did shit. Excuse my language.
But
See, sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Interesting. I don't know.
Because humble implies that the process is done. Humbling.
And you can never be done. Yeah.
Hey, sorry?
And yeah, I get it. You can never.
And that's the point. That to me is everything. We can't, like you read an autobiography or you have an interview with someone and we have a tendency to talk about how, yeah, in this moment, looking back, man, we did it, man.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's still, unless we croak tonight, there's more years of stuff.
Yeah.
Potentially. Of what we got to fix, improve, learn.
I don't think there's anything wrong though with acknowledging that you've learned something. It's not. I don't think.
That.
But that's the thing. I don't think they're saying either when they say that statement ever that full stop they've accomplished that. They check mark that off the box. I don't think that's what they mean.
But if they're saying the way you worded it, I think you said if a person says
over the years, my faith has taught me to be humble.
My faith taught me to be humble. That to me, it sounds like they think or they're saying
that they're done.
That they're done being humble, like they achieved it.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
You don't hear it that way?
No, I don't hear it that way. I think that's subjective to the person listening, or how they even mean it. Like they might have said, maybe they meant it that way.
But if they did, that's cringe.
I think, yeah, I guess so. But
yeah, no, it is.
Okay, that's fine. Oh. That's like you're right. But I think. What do you mean? What do you mean, Paul?
No, there's no. I guess it's not. It can't be. I guess so because. If they mean it in a way that, yeah, they check that humble box and they're done with that task for the rest of their life,
yeah.
That's cringe.
Okay, I don't disagree with you, but I don't think a lot of people see it that way.
Okay, let's do a quick test, quick quiz.
But I think what matters though, I think the thing is because we'll never know though if they meant it that way or not. I would choose to believe the former, that they didn't mean it.
Okay, so I want you to. With a straight face, or with unfiltered, how does this sound to you if I say to you, Miguel, I'm humble. You see, okay, so check this out. Watch what just happened. Your reaction is the answer.
No,
your reaction right there just tells us what we got to know about that sentence and how it should be. Eradicated.
If you say the words to me, since coming into my faith has taught me to be humble. Okay, I won't think anything of it. But if you do the little shoulder slap,
I
Oh,
did it.
Paul,
I'm
I'm
humble.
humble. Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah, it's funny because it sounds that's
Okay.
weird, man.
Okay, but yeah, but even the other way, humbling, like what do you call it? If it's a ing, it's a verb. It's a. Am I correct? If
I
it's
get what you're saying. The point,
no,
the
no, no.
point,
Now,
your
now
point though is
my
okay,
OCD's not gonna let it go.
okay,
Ing is verb. Yeah, it's a verb.
yeah,
Yeah,
dancing,
it's a verb.
yeah, humbling,
So verb implies it's an ongoing thing.
yeah.
I like that. That makes sense to me. Like, okay, if an elderly person came to you at church, and they're like, Miguel, my faith has taught me to be humble, and one day it's gonna teach you too.
Well, then that's not humble. The second part doesn't make it very humble.
But it's kind of fits in with that logic
Yeah, maybe not.
because they're wishing that for you.
Maybe you're right.
But they're wishing it for you,
Implying
because
that you're not, though.
Implying that you're not, implying that they are.
Yeah.
So it's got to be humbling. It can't be humble. Stop. Full stop.
But,
Cringe everybody out.
say the same sentence with humbling, though.
My faith is humbling me.
And maybe
That's
one
it.
day it'll humble you too. That's worse. That sounds bad
Oh,
too.
no. You're right. Yeah, that's true. You got me there. But the first part is better than the first part of the other one.
I think it's. I think that's more like, yeah. It's personal to person. Or I think you're just crazy.
You could say that. That's, yeah.
Just
It
a
won't be
little
the
bit.
first time you said
Just
that
a
to
little
me.
bit. Yeah.
That's fine.
I feel I have to call it out when
I want you to. Yeah. And that's, again,
I
that's
do
what
think
a
that
true
here's the
good
thing. I
friendship
do
does.
think there are people
Sorry,
that probably no, it's fine.
sprayed
I
you.
do think there are people that probably.
On the vid, you're gonna see
I need to.
pew, a grenade coming through.
I
Oh,
needed a
man.
shower anyways. Really.
Oh, okay. Sorry, go.
No,
Yeah.
I think the point is, though, I'm just trying to sum up this insanity with the idea that, again, I'm sure there's people who misuse it and are just trying to throw out this idea that they're humble. But I
Yeah.
think for the most part, if someone says that to me, genuinely, like, saying like, oh, I've learned through my faith to be humble or try to be more humble or whatever, that if they mean right by it, like that's
Yeah.
because people, it's it's more intention, right? Intention than like how they
might,
say it.
Yeah, they might not know that saying it, instead of saying it with without the word humble and saying non-arrogant or non-prideful, they might not know that those are words that are available to them. But
Yeah.
again, this comes back to, I have these set things that I've heard in church, and then I want to use them on other people. Be creative. I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm not
Oh
criticizing you.
yeah, I know.
I'm saying people tend to do that.